big day today. We've got a 3.5 hour journey to go and pick up the bulkhead and front end. 2.5 hour journey from there to go and pick up the rotisserie, and a 2.5 hour journey to come back. Picked up the new floor yesterday, so happy with that. We can cut out what we need and reuse it and save ourselves some money. And today, hopefully this front end will be a good one as well. So stay tuned. Morning everyone. It's exciting now. We've got the A-frames and the rotisserie, so I've just started painting up. Got some old hammerite out the garage, found it in there, so hence why it's blue. So I started doing that. I've got my friend Martin around today, so we're going to start bracing this shell up. So the idea is get it braced up, get it on the rotisserie. I've got a couple of discs. There's the rotisserie, that's going to bolt onto the mounts. It's going to stick out the front, and then I'm going to make up a wheel here to give us some adjustment. But we'll show you that later on. So just getting these mounting brackets all sorted out, but the holes aren't quite in the right place. So I'm just welding washers on in the right place, and then we'll drill through and mount it all up. You're on camera, by the way. There we go.
Some new spanners. Some shit.
What's the Imperial version?
I've got some spanners in my car.
What about if we...
I think one of the problems is it's those thin bolts. So as you're leavering it up, those bolts are moving in that big hole. Makes sense? But then how would that work if the holes are bigger? You can't use the tower bolts, can you? Because the holes are too small.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. You definitely need to brace it off somehow. Yeah. Triangulate that off with that.
Or so I can just do a plate. We'll take that, all the plate off of the front end there.
Yeah.
I can build a plate to come up around here.
Yeah. And what about when you do the front end? You have to take it off the rotisserie to do the front end.
Oh yeah, I've got to take it off the rotisserie.
Yeah.
See what I've got.
Still filming, Scott?
Yeah, still filming.
It's a sad day when the bloke's got to bring his own tools.
Sorry, mate. bracing slowly going in. So see if we've got enough metal, maybe do some diagonals, and that'll be about ready. So I managed to get the back end support bolted in. Took a little bit of time to align the holes up. Would have been easy if the holes weren't drilled at all in the first place, then we could have done it here. But there we go, so that's in. First impressions are not too bad, but if you put a gentle pressure on, it just keeps moving. You can see with this plate here, just keeps going, and I'm not happy with that. So plan is to jack the car up, put the A-frames in place, and when it's all level and square, we'll weld these plates in so that we can make sure it's all in line. Hopefully do that in the next few days. Okay, in case you're wondering what's going on, we've bolted this in there and there. We've got some plates on the underneath, but if you have a look, I'm not happy with that. So we're going to make a plate up. I'm going to go here and around, weld to the front there, weld around here as well, and then hopefully that should make sure it's all nice and secure, because for me, I'm not happy with how wobbly that is. Wind's picking up, we're going to pack up for the day. It's all a bit of a disaster zone, I'm afraid. Everything's everywhere. Got to do a bit of tidying up. I did notice that the hole here is a bit of an angle, so we're going to have to lower this down just a little bit. A couple of inches, marked it all up where we're going to take it down to. We've got the bracing inside, so that's all done now. Happy with how that's gone. Right, so as I said before, this is a little bit too high. It's on a bit of a wonk. If you look from the side, it's like we're going to spear somebody. Okay, so what we've done is underneath, like this piece of wood that I've just jacked up to the bottom, so we're using the floor to try and get a parallel line out to the front of the car here, and we're taking measurements up to that point. We're taking measurements inside just in here as well. Okay, so we've got the same, and we've marked off this line, and that's where we've got to drop it down. So I'll do that next time I'm out here. Get that dropped down, get that all leveled up, and then hopefully it won't look like we're trying to pole vault a Mini. Okay, so that's how far we've got to come up when we jack the car up. At the back end, I've got 4 trolley jacks underneath. I'm going to have to sort of lift them up gradually and then block it all up, remove the jacks, and then go up in stages, I think. We'll see how that goes. Morning everyone. Well, today's the day. Hopefully we will get Colin up on the rotisserie. Try and set the camera up somewhere. Might be a bit wonky. Haven't really got a proper stand or anything yet, but we'll see what we can do. There we go, first spin. Okay.
Yeah.
Go. Oh. Hang on, there's something in there.
Get these jacks out of the way. That's just
Oh, it clears the roof.
yeah,
That's
easy.
not an issue.
Easy. Okay, right over, shouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll do that. So once we've done, now we've done that, I need to try and work out some sort of locking mechanism. We've got a nice line along there,
Yeah.
and we've got a line here as
Oh,
well.
that'd be better.
Yeah, we'll do that then. I'll grind all of the paint off here.
Yeah.
Did you want to weld that onto there?
Yeah. There you go.
Needs a bit of tidying up, a bit rough and ready, but fitness for purpose, it'll do the job. Unfortunately, we're starting to see the scale of the problem with all the rust. So, turn it upside down, lock it in place, and let's have a look at the floor.